When we think about Muslims, what does that look like? Who does that look like? What usually comes to mind is an image of an Arab, someone from the Middle East who speaks Arabic, someone like me.
Hi.
But what if I told you that people from the country with the most Muslims didn't look like me, and that most Muslims are in fact not from the Middle East, but from a country in East Asia called Indonesia, home to over 200 million Muslims, making up 13% of the Islamic population. Today we're in Jakarta, the capital of Indonesia, at a very exciting and holy time of the year for Muslims around the world, the holy month of Ramadan, where everything comes to life, the culture, the diversity, the food, and all the beautiful values of Islam. And it all begins with the Ramadan market.
We are at Ben Hill Market in Indonesia, first day of Ramadan, to get our food at iftar. This Ramadan comes to life in the market. How are you feeling?
I want the fish cake. I can smell it.
How do you already know what's there?
I can smell it!
Let's go, let's eat, let's explore.
Hi, from Indonesia.
Now we've been told that the Ramadan market or the Ramadan bazaar is broken up into three parts. We have our salt section, we have our sweet section, and we have the full meal section. These are like the salty, savory snacks. Glutinous rice mixed with coconut milk cooked in a bamboo shoot.
So colorful, it looks so yummy and so sweet.
All right, now the ultimate section. This is where the full iftar meal is prepared. I'm going with beef rendang. That's a classic here. I'm gonna go with that. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Ramadan Kareem.
Ramadan Kareem.
Thank you so much. Another important thing during Ramadan is to constantly stay hydrated. Just did an interview with local Indonesian TV and I'm really excited to see it, man. All right, we're gonna go across the street because we're in the Ramadan market now. We're gonna go see the Ondel. This is the Ondel and it walks through the streets in Jakarta. It's a cultural tradition where it takes away the bad spirits or the bad omens, the bad juju. Now to Masjid Al Istiqlal. We're going to the largest mosque in Southeast Asia, the largest mosque in Jakarta, somewhere that people go and take their food and have their iftar there.
So I'm so excited to go have iftar at the mosque, and now after we've done shopping in the Ramadan bazaar, we're gonna take our food and have it with everyone over there.
Inshallah. I also want to talk about our change of attire. This is what we're told Indonesians wear when they go to the mosque.
We headed straight to the Al Istiqlal Mosque, which means Independence Mosque, about 30 minutes before the break of fast, to see some of the mosque's beauty and meet the chief imam who manages the magnificent mosque.
So now we're praying in Al Istiqlal Mosque where thousands of women and men gather to enjoy the iftar together in the biggest mosque in Southeast Asia, in the biggest mosque in Jakarta. Again, the first day of Ramadan, the first iftar, as many people as possible coming together in the holiest month for Muslims.
It was beautiful to see hundreds of people gathered together under one roof to begin the holy month of Ramadan. Young people, old people, entire families, anyone and everyone were welcome. And traditionally, when the call to prayer signals the break of fast, we begin with a single date.
We were given food when we got here by the mosque, so we had all this food. Instead of tasting it, we're gonna give it away. I think for us is more important than actually eating it and tasting it for the video. This is for you guys.
Ini dikasih sama
Alhamdulillah. Afwan.
Masya Allah. Rezeki dari Allah.
يعطيك العافية. السلام عليكم. مع السلامة. I think it's better with that family than with us. Alhamdulillah. All right, they've just done the call to prayer. We're about to pray just on iftar. Bismillah.
Ramadan is a special time to reflect on who we are and who we want to become. How can we make things better in our lives? How to become closer to the people that we love? And how to help more in our communities? To me, prayer has always been a beautiful gateway into that process.
So we have just finished the prayers at Al Istiqlal Mosque, which is an absolutely gorgeous mosque, mashallah, and an Islamic center. And there's a specific reason that I picked this country to start our Ramadan videos. It's the country with the most Muslims in the world. And I wanted to show you this side of Islam that is not represented enough in mainstream media. The Islam of love, the Islam of happiness, the Islam of smiles and joy, families coming together, communities coming together, thousands of people coming together to enjoy the most holy month to us.
As prayers concluded, I was told that this mosque was built by a Christian architect, which I found very fascinating and incredibly powerful. But this fact isn't the only one that shows the beautiful coexistence of both religions in Indonesia.
So the biggest mosque in Southeast Asia is right beside a cathedral. When the mosque is overflowing with people, the cathedral will open up its ground to house the Muslims, and vice versa. The bridges that connect us. These are the stories that need to come to the world.
Usually at noon, at 12, during the Zuhur, we'll heard the sounds of the bell from the church.
Yeah.
Bang, 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 and continue with Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar.
Oh, dude, there. Man, you gave me chills. These are the Ramadan stories, man. MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
The next day, we went to explore the southern side of Jakarta to learn about the local cultures and traditions. From the local batik clothes to the martial arts performances, everything from the food, the music, and the cooking was an insight into who they are and the deep values they still represent today. But a big reason we came here was to have a traditional iftar with an Indonesian family in their home, to experience what Ramadan is like in an Indonesian house and what Ramadan means to them.
Time to go to iftar. Salam. Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you so
Welcome.
much. How are you? Good.
Fine.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you so much for having us for Ramadan. Yeah, for iftar. God bless you. Assalamu alaikum. Let's go. Everyone's excited. It's like 15 minutes to go. I'm gonna be making lontong now. So first we put half-cooked rice and now some oncom.
Oncom isinya.
All right, now we close it up. My very first lontong.
Okay, now there's 100 more to do. Come on, do
Oh,
it.
no.
Do it. Come on.
I barely got through one. Okay, home-cooked bakwan, which is flour and vegetables deep fried. And this?
That's stuffed tofu.
There's two trains of thoughts when it comes to iftar. There are families who, as soon as the adhan goes off, as soon as the call to prayer goes off and they can break their fast, they have this huge meal. And then they get on with their day. I am similar to this. You have a very light iftar. Then you pray, you relax, and then you have your bigger meal. Then sleep.
After breaking our fast, we washed for the Maghrib or sunset prayers. What I learned is that in Indonesia, many families like to have a room solely dedicated to prayer. And once we finished our prayers, we sat down to talk about what Ramadan means to them.
If you could describe Ramadan in one word, what would it be?
Bulan penuh berkah.
The month of blessings. This is a chance to get closer to God, and that this is a chance also to get more good deeds, to collect good deeds.
What are some of the things that you love about Ramadan? What are your favorite things about Ramadan?
The whole family becomes one, a team, in preparing it, and then you eat it together.
In the movies, they show the Muslim as negative. In the news, they show Islam and Muslims as negative. But when I travel and meet Muslims, it's all love, smiles, joy. So what do we need to do as a Muslim community to get rid of all these negative things or be more powerful than it?
There will be always people or parties who wants to divide us Muslims. We should just continue to show the beauty and just unite with all the Muslims all over the world, and let's stay strong.
So the thing I love about this house and this setting is it's very intimate. So when you come and visit, you're gonna feel like part of that family from the minute that you walk in. And I thought that just added so much to my experience here. And that's why it was so beautiful. You have a beautiful family, mashallah, and wish you all the love and happiness, ya Rabbil Alameen. One thing you realize is I felt home here because these are the things that we do in our home and that we do across the world as a Muslim community, mashallah.
I think there is no greater way to learn about Ramadan than in the home of a family observing it. You learn about the values, history, and yes, the food that they hold dear to them. But what does Ramadan mean for the country as a whole? So before heading back to Dubai, we had the chance to meet the governor of Jakarta, the Honorable Anies Baswedan, to discuss what Ramadan means for Indonesia and how diversity is a source of strength for their country.
What makes Jakarta so special in Ramadan? What is it about this country that makes Ramadan so special?
This is the melting pot of Indonesia, and this is a country with more than 400 languages, more than 700 ethnic groups. And there is no other city in Indonesia that is as diverse as Jakarta. Diversity is the blessing of Allah.
Alhamdulillah.
But unity is the product of our work. And that's why I often said, what unique about Jakarta is its unity, and yet it's very rich in terms of diversity. MashaAllah, MashaAllah.
Thank you so much for
My
your
pleasure.
Terima kasih.
Terima kasih.
That was incredibly enlightening, just to be able to hear from the governor of Jakarta on the importance of unity, and I think that is a very powerful message for what Ramadan is, a time for us all to come together in love and support of each other, and that is when we as humanity truly flourish. Beautiful message, alhamdulillah. So our last stop before we head to the airport back home to Dubai is to an orphanage in Jakarta to see the work they're doing to support orphans and families across the city. The biggest emphasis in Ramadan is charity, is giving, is zakah, is to help those in need. And we're here to make a donation to the orphanage to help in any way that we can for children of Jakarta, inshallah.
Ameen.
Well, this is how we start our journey in Ramadan, and it has been an honor to show you a side of Islam and Muslims that I hope we see more in our stories and our media. Stories of peace, love, kindness, and unity within the diversity. These are our stories. This is who we are. Thank you, Indonesia, and see you in our next video in India, inshallah.
Oh, much love and God bless.